No,
weekend.
I was hoping they'd go all the way to the final, have a couple of injuries, lose all their star players. The expectation of the Wolves fans now have gone from being from the dizzy heights of qualifying for Europe to now. I think if you spoke to 99.9% of Wolves fans, they'd be happy to say, start the season, let's finish mid-table. Steve Morgan. I mean, the only thing Stephen Morgan did was left the club in a good state a good, healthy state, as in financial state.
Oh,
Going back
is
to
he?
Brentford, my mate's the manager there now, Keith Andrews.
Is he?
Yeah, good friend. I've known Keith for 25 years. Yeah, good friend of mine. Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to One Way Football. And today we're back with Wolverhampton, and I am joined here today with Adey. Adey, it says actually in the corner there, Adey new phone. Is that your name?
I need a new phone. Yeah. It's
You
not
look
even
like
new.
you're basking in the sun there, mate. You look like you're basking in the old heat wave that you've got over there at the moment. It's actually quite hot here at the moment as well, to be fair. And
Yeah.
all these years of tourists telling me that it's not hot in in UK, sorry, they can all do one because I'm absolutely sweating here.
Yeah, it's 40 degrees here, mate.
When have you ever heard of the UK to hit 36?
It's a record, isn't it? Apparently.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, mate. And because we're like in the suburbs of a city, it's just absolutely sweltering here. Like it's not like, oh yeah, I can do with this heat. It's like muggy heat. So like muggy, like you like where you just can't stop sweating.
Yeah, well, we've got a Kalima here, mate. You know all about Kalimas, James.
Oh yes, I've been to that hotel many a times. Mention no names or anything. Um, yeah, so look, I thought I'd bring you back on the channel because it's good to keep it in links with certain fans that are going to come on the channel all the time. And I just want to get your thoughts on the transfers. You've got news coming in. Lopez has joined from Celta Vigo, isn't he?
Yeah, 25 million.
25 million. What's your thoughts on that?
Never heard of him, mate.
Never heard of him. So is it a step forward though?
I don't
Do you
know.
think?
To be fair, I haven't heard of half the Wolves players we buy. So Cunha, I never heard of him when he came. So
Yeah.
Gomez, never heard of him. Pedro. So who knows? Hopefully, it could be. I say one for future. It won't be one for future because as soon as they're any good, they sell them. So
Yeah. And obviously Cunha's now gone.
yeah,
Oh, about Strand Larson as well. He just signed a long term deal.
yeah. A lot of the Wolves fans don't like him. He's holding the ball. He's absolutely useless. First touch like a bull's elephant.
Yeah.
Um, but the stats don't lie. He scores goals. He's in the right place at the right time. So
So it isn't all
hopefully
bad
he'll have
news
another good
for.
season.
Yeah, at least you're doing your business, and it's probably you're doing your business a bit quietly than most others because,
Yeah.
um, there's obviously certain teams like Liverpool and that just running away with it, and with Arsenal in their striker scenario, your Wolves are doing their
Arsenal.
business.
Have Arsenal actually signed anyone, James?
We've signed four players actually.
Have you?
Yeah, we've
Any good?
well, was one of the urgent signing left back. We got that Zuma Mendy in to replace Jorginho.
So you
Um,
spent about 80 quid then.
with today's, it's getting a bit closer to signing Eze from Crystal Palace.
Oh yeah.
So that's looking, and it's just the Gokeres thing and Tesco,
You spent
which
about
is
100 quid then this season, then, mate.
100 quid. Yeah. Well, this is it. And
Is
then you
this
got
going to
there,
be the
you got
season though?
Liverpool. They got
Is this going to
Liverpool.
be the season though, James?
Uh, you know what? And then we got that Nordgaard from Brentford. So I don't know.
Yeah, the
I just
Brentford
feel,
captain, wasn't he?
yeah. So I don't know. I think it's just a bit of a step back with him because obviously, um, him coming in, he's to replace Jorginho. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Look, that's Arsenal. We're not about here to talk about that. We're talking about Wolves. You get me wound up, and I'll start having another rant like I did on the last show with Ed. So yeah, Wolves doing the business. Pretty stable with what they're doing and going about it. Is there any other places that you'd like to strengthen up in?
I'd still like a striker, to be
Sorry, mate, was
honest.
that boring you then?
I'd like a striker, to be honest.
A striker, yeah,
I think we need another defender,
yeah, because obviously now
and
Cunha's gone.
and
You're gonna have to
also maybe
replace
even
him.
even maybe a goalkeeper as well. You know.
Goalkeeper as well, yeah.
Mm,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not just like one or two players. You need like a few players.
Yeah, I don't think the Wolves board will do the business, mate. They've become a more of a selling club, mate. So, I mean, I think we've generated what over 100 million so far in two players, Cunha and Ait Nouri.
Yeah.
Probably
And
spent
you
what?
kind of want to get these players in like when it becomes you want to get them in before pre-season starts. So
Yeah,
you can really like judge like how they play and everything because you play against Stoke City. Celta Vigo is one of your teams that you play against, which is actually it's quite funny that you've signed a player from them. Um,
yeah.
and yeah, you kind of need to get them in because then you can assess your players and how well they're doing. And
And also, they
what
need
is
to
it?
bed in, mate. They also need to bed in.
Yeah, because what have we got now? It's probably like it's 17 days until the preseason starts or something like that.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. I can't. To tell the truth, mate, I've kind of lost track of it over here.
yeah,
I've
have
lost
you?
track and I've lost interest in Wolves, mate. I love Wolves, but just
Yeah,
when the board take you forward to within a few points of Champions League positions on the table, Europa quarter final, FA Cup semi final, and then they kind of pull the rug under the feet. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I
Kind of
get
got
it.
used to it now, so you kind of lose heart, really. Do you know what I mean? Like they sell players under your nose, under the nose. They've just become a selling club, mate. I mean, look at the players we've sold over the years. I mean, I know
Yeah,
it's the game. It's the game. It's the football. It's what we're in. But the board came along and said, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to get you Champions League, blah, blah. But then they start selling the best players, which are the players that would have took you there. Do you know what I mean? Like Diego
yeah,
Jota, Rui
yeah,
Patricio, Ruben Neves.
yeah.
I could list a load of players, mate.
But you know what? I've got some good news for you, mate.
What's that?
Manchester City lost their game.
Did they?
They've been knocked out of the Club World Cup 4-3. They lost. And so
I was kind of hoping actually they'd go all the way because
no,
the
no,
longer
no.
they
That
play.
this is a sign that they're not the team they used to be still.
No,
So
no.
with your
I was
starting
hoping.
game against Manchester City in the opening
No, I
weekend,
was hoping they'd go all the way to the final, have a couple of injuries, lose all their star players.
so you haven't
So
got really much hope then when it comes to the opening weekend then.
no, Man City at home. I just don't hope. No, no, not at all.
But that last game that you played against them, and you said to me you're running them off the park a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we drew at home last season, and well, no, sorry, we lost. They got a last minute corner and scored from the corner. It was a absolute nightmare. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, when we played them away, we gave them a good run for their money, but we missed chance after chance after chance, which is the story of Wolves season last season. Really, to be
Yeah.
fair,
Yeah.
missed chances all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird one. I mean, did you say like that Man United have got the hardest like, opening, but you look at like teams like Wolves and that who you've got to play, and it's like, well, no, these clubs have got probably the hardest start. You know, who wants to play Man City in an opening game? But then you're going
Yeah,
to get it out of
exactly.
the way, which is a good thing. You know,
I mean,
you
the other
could
thing
be,
is, there's no form, is there? You can't say they're like 10 games in and they're bang on form. There's no form.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's completely fresh, isn't it? So
Yeah, so if I suppose if you want to play the top sides, you play them at the beginning when there's no form involved.
so you're saying if you can bring in maybe another few more players, then you've got probably more hope of like staying up,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, I don't want to be in another position like last season. I think the expectation of the Wolves fans now have gone from being from the dizzy heights of qualifying for Europe to now. I think if you spoke to 99.9% of Wolves fans, they'd be happy to say, start the season, let's finish mid-table.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Which is kind of where we're going. Do you know, like mid-table? Yeah, let's just finish mid-table, which is kind of negative, really.
yeah.
You
You
know,
look
the
at like,
club's
but you know what? You look at some of these teams last season that won like the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup and that. like Wolves can do it. It's just like you say, having that firepower there.
Yeah, yeah, and like I say, I don't know whether Strand Larsen's the man, but
Where did you get
he's,
to in
he's,
the FA Cup? Didn't you not get to like the quarters? No, did you get to.
I
I thought
can't,
you got a bit further. You got further than us. I know that.
I can't actually remember, mate. To be fair,
I'm sure. I'm
I
sure
can't remember who we lost to. We got to quarterfinals last
it
season.
wasn't Forest, was it?
No,
No, I can't remember. Oh, it
I
was
can't, I
City.
can't.
Did you not go? Did you not get jump
Oh
thrown
no,
out by
no,
City?
we lost to Bournemouth, didn't we?
I was Bournemouth. Yeah, it was
And
Bournemouth. Yeah,
Cundy
yeah,
got
yeah.
sent off, didn't he? So I think it was
Yeah,
the
it was
quarter.
Bournemouth. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bournemouth
that's. I
away.
think that's what Wolves need to try to go for is a bit of silverware, maybe to just give them a bit of more hope and an uplift. Like,
Did you see that in the
um,
background then, James?
what was that?
A flying pig's just flown right over that rock behind me.
Oh, I love it. Uh, so what do Wolves actually need to to actually fight for something? What is actually the problem?
Well, I think the manager, a lot of people are rating him. He did a great job. He came in from Gary O'Neill's, kept us up, won the games needed to keep us in the Prem. But now's the time. He's going to get his own transfer window now. It's been noted that he doesn't stay long at a club. His name's already in the hat, I believe, for is it Benfica have come after him.
Okay,
So he's not one for sticking around. He's not like you look at his track record. He's not been at the more than one club for more than a couple of seasons. He's gone. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah, of
that's
course,
obviously a worry. That's a bit of a worry. And I
yeah,
think the biggest worry for me is whether or not the board are going to back him in the transfer market. That's the big
yeah,
thing. Are they going to back him like they did Nuno when he was here? The
yeah,
worst thing they did
yeah,
was not back Nuno. That was the worst thing they could ever do.
yeah. Because did he leave on his own accord then when he got when
I
he went
think,
to
yeah,
Tottenham?
I think so. Yeah, we basically were on the cusp of Champions League qualification, and they just didn't back him in the January transfer window, and as a consequence of that, we ended up finishing seventh.
Yeah,
Which, to be
yeah.
fair, still a good season. Seventh, semi final of the FA Cup,
It's bad ownership,
quarter
isn't it? It is
quarter
bad
final of
ownership.
Europa. Just ownership, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad ownership.
Mm.
I mean, what do you think Wolves what makes Wolves different to the rest of the Premier League though? Is there any other identity apart from
I think the thing with Wolves is it's a little bit like that flipping film, innit? You never know what you're going to get. Life's like a box of chocolates. You never
yeah,
know
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
going to get. When
Did you
Wolves
know
turn up,
actually I don't want to this is like the Mandela effect. He actually doesn't say that. Life is like a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna get.
what did he say
Apparently,
then?
apparently he says like life's a box of chocolates, you never know what you're gonna pick.
That's bull crap.
Apparently
I've seen,
I watched it on I
I
watched it
have
on
seen that film about a million times.
I swear to God, I was like, I seen it on Facebook. Someone said, "Oh, it's the Mandela effect," and
No,
everyone thinks
no,
it says that, but it actually doesn't.
no. But anyway, that's like Wolves. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, yeah,
They on their day, Wolves can turn over anybody on their day, and we've proven we've beaten Man City home and away. We've beat Liverpool home and away. Arsenal we beat at home.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
You can pick them
Chelsea
out.
Chelsea did the double over them a couple of seasons ago. You know, Wolves can raise their game when needed,
Yeah,
and they can
yeah,
beat anybody. But they're like Jekyll and Hyde. You just never know what team's you're gonna get.
yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean?
It always
It's
always seems to
frustrating,
be
mate.
this
It's
way.
frustrating. It's frustrating.
Always seems to be that way. You know, where say likes of Arsenal, we go out and we like. I look at the likes of Chelsea and Tottenham and that, I get really excited about it. And but when I look at like the games like Wolves or your Brentfords and stuff like that, I go, oh God, that's a bit of a tough game, you know. And everyone will go, why? Why do you think it's a tough game? You should smash them. But it's never that
Yeah,
way because you never know what's going to happen on the pitch on the day against these clubs because they're just tough teams to play. And Wolves are
yeah.
one of them because they're a tricky side.
I
Like
mean,
when
I
we
think we
went,
were lucky last season in the fact that the three teams that went down are possibly the worst teams to ever grace the Premiership.
oh yeah, massively. So if they hadn't have been in the league, do you reckon Wolves would have dropped? and
Not
gone.
a, not a odd chance, yeah. And Tottenham would have probably,
Tottenham would have went, yeah.
yeah. I think
Maybe United
Tottenham are
because
very Man United were, yeah, and then the bottom in the end, weren't they? But I think, to be fair, last season the relegation in particular, the teams that got relegated was awful. We look at Southampton. I mean,
yeah,
they were celebrating by not breaking the worst record. I mean, if that's what you've got to celebrate for the season,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. I know.
let's celebrate by not getting a worse tally points than, I think, was it Derby County or something like that.
I did like the fact though that they put a sign up. I think it was like maybe 2 games before they went down, saying we're going down, but at least we're not Tottenham.
Oh well, yeah, true.
Oh, I thought
Do
that
you want
was
to see my little setup with the Wolves, mate?
yeah. Let's have a look at what you've done.
Oh, it's gonna move
Obviously, you've
around.
moved into this new apartment and you've jazzed it up nice, but probably a bit of a downgrade with what
I
you've
don't know if
done
you can
here.
see, actually. No, you can't see, can you? Hang on, let's move my head.
Oh yeah, you can see it. Yeah. So look, you can be
There's
like
what?
in your hot tub, chilling out. Look, and then you like look out to the scenery. Look at go. Oh, look at this. Like, and then turn around. And go. Oh,
Look at the Wolves. Look, yay!
you can look out onto the scenery of Gran Canaria and be like, this is absolutely lovely. And then look to your left and go and have a reality check and go, oh yeah, we are shit still.
Yeah, no, well, that's true. We are, mate.
Like you know what? It's one of them things with Wolves. Like I said, you, every season you don't know where they're going to be. Um, and they're a bit like a yo-yo, aren't they? They go up, they go down, they go up, they go down.
Yeah,
They stay up, they go up, and then it's just it's a bit of an
I mean,
ongoing
we haven't gone
scenario
down
with
for a
Wolves.
while. I mean, we've established ourselves the Premiership, but last season was very close to going down.
Yeah, and no, but what I'm saying is as well, you can sometimes get to that top half of the table,
Yeah,
and everyone thinks like, wow, they must be having a nosebleed up there. But
the board just
but
show
then the
no
next
ambition.
season you can't handle it, and then you go kind of you drop a bit
Yeah,
again. It's weird, you know.
but the board show no ambition, mate. That's what it is. No ambition.
Yeah, yeah. Who was the ownership? Who was the owners before they came in? Where are they from? The owners? They're like from China or something like that, aren't they?
Steve Morgan who owns Red Row Homes.
Are they from China?
They are now, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And were the owners a lot better like at doing business back then?
No, Steve Morgan. I mean, the other thing Stephen Morgan did was left the club in a good, healthy state, as in financial state.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, he didn't.
Do you know what I
Yeah, he
mean?
didn't leave the. Yeah, yeah,
Didn't leave any debts or anything like that. So he left the club in a good shape.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
the Chinese
yeah,
have come over, promised us the world, got us promoted, brought an array of players that Wolves were absolutely. We just felt lucky to be Wolves fans. I mean, you know yourself,
yeah,
Ruben Neves, Diego Jota, Rui
yeah,
Patricio. What's his name? In midfield, Joe Martino.
yeah. Joe Moutinho. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we had some Raul Jimenez.
yeah, yeah.
You know, we had some amazing players, and we were going places. You know,
No, it was good back then. Yeah.
Diego Jota, another one.
Yeah. Where did he go in the end? He went to um
Went to Liverpool.
Liverpool. That's right. Yeah, he went to Liverpool. Yeah, Jota.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we had Raul Jimenez up front, which was a great partnership with Jota as well.
yeah.
They had a very good understanding, and yeah,
No, it was good. Do you know what I do like about Wolves this season? Have you seen their new home kit?
it's nice. It's almost gone back to the old gold and black.
I think probably in my eyes that's probably the best kit of the season. I think.
Although,
Um,
do you know what? I've just been reading on Facebook. Someone's just brought the professional shirts, cost him 80 quid or whatever,
right.
and
The
he's got a
authentic
hole.
shirt, the authentic.
It's got Yeah, it's got a hole in it, and he said the material it's really cheap.
So it's like really
And
thin.
they're slating it, saying typical Chinese, and it's made. Is it Sodu?
That is proper stereotype, like made in China.
Yeah, yeah. And they're slagging off the quality of the shirts, the material. It's just absolutely crap. Wouldn't pay 8 quid, let alone 80 for this.
Who's the sponsor? Who are you with?
D-Bet.
DBet. Who's DBet?
I haven't got a clue, mate.
Is it
And it's the last season. It's the last season you can have um, gambling
DBet?
companies aren't
Yeah,
on the shirt.
But who is even the actual the maker of the top?
So
Sugu.
do. So never heard of them.
What is that?
I think they make, I think they make socks for people who live in Iceland.
So you're gonna get quality socks on the pitch, but your tops, nah.
Yeah, honestly, mate, absolute. I mean, like, come on, Wolves. Let's get an Adidas or a Nike, or let's get something. I mean, like
It just looks
season before was better. Castor was better, mate.
like you see on the picture I just put up here. It's like literally, it's clean though. But when you look at it, it looks clean because it's you've got like a little pattern going on in the top itself, but from a distance it just looks nice. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just
It
you've
is
gone
a
for
ni-
a plain look.
it is a nice shirt. To be fair, it is one of the nicest ones. They've brought back what I would class as the old gold and black.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
that's right.
I mean,
You
our kits have been known for the last few seasons to be almost yellow. Do you know what I mean?
yellow, yeah, it was a bit of a weird one
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you've always been like a goldy like orange
exactly, mate.
But yeah, no, that it does look really nice to be fair. But the problem is how much does it cost? Let's have a look. Did you say it cost about 80 quid? Well, this one on here is flagging up at 60. So, like you say, the
Yeah, six
authentic
quid
one
for
would
the
have been
norm.
about £80. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Which, it's a lot cheaper than Arsenal, mate. Like, I recently bought the authentic one for the home and it cost me 120.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
120 to finish third this season.
Didn't I get you one from the airport, James?
You did, yeah. Was it
The black one.
yeah, it was the third kit, weren't it? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
because
Yeah, but then
Sarby had a meltdown because he wanted
yeah,
one.
but everyone slated it because it was like the Lynx Africa, weren't it?
Yeah. I actually quite liked it, to be fair. I think it's a great kit.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. But look, with Wolves, it's like I say every time when I talk to you, you can only expect what you see on the pitch, and if they don't do well, then you kind of judge it off of every game, didn't you? So I don't. There's not really much you can say about the situation with Wolves, rather than what.
We just see how it goes, mate. We'll see what if there's any more additions between now and the summer. Let's see who we bring in. Let's see who we offload. There's a couple of players who are stalling on signing contracts. Semedo's one of them. But
Yeah,
apparently room for some German guy now to replace Semedo, which is a shame because I do like Nelson Semedo.
yeah.
It's one of my son's favourite players, so it looks
Oh,
like
is it?
he's
Yeah.
probably going to go. Yeah, Semedo's going to go. There's a couple of players I'd actually drive them there myself to wherever they wanted to go. I'd get rid of Jackie Chan or whatever his name is, Hugh Wing Chan, whatever he can go, mate. There's a few players I'd just drive myself. Get in the car, mate. Come on, we're off.
When we went to watch the Wolves Arsenal game together, it was funny because the beginning, the start of every game, they have this Chinese music playing, don't they?
Oh yeah.
It's really gonna get the fans going. Like,
Oh
all it
god.
made me want to do is go for a Chinese after.
Yeah. Honestly, mate, you can't write it, can you?
You want to kind of have like some kind of music going on to pump everyone up and get them going. Not you're trying to bring a culture that's not our football.
Yeah.
Into game. It's like no, but you know
No,
what?
no.
I think the rest of the league, never mind Wolves. The rest of the league needs to like be worried anyway because obviously I've seen news today about Liverpool have just got like another boost to go and sign Isaac. So I think if they get him, just forget about the whole league completely.
Yeah. It's just mad, isn't it? That
It's-
from Newcastle, yeah.
Yeah, they're forward from Newcastle, yeah. And I'm like, oh my god, if they end up getting
Isaac, that new player, and Mo Salah up front.
forget about it, yeah, Wirtz and yeah. It's it's just getting. Do you know what they've done it very clever though because they've waited a few seasons to actually just buy players in, and now they're completely now they've won the league and they're doing it the right way, and then they've now they're splashing the cash.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
wish all
it's
we could all do it.
yeah. Well, yeah. Us too, mate. I mean, we're happy finishing mid-table. So what does that tell you? Do you know what I mean?
I think you know what? I'm gonna go down to the betting shop and I'm gonna put a fiver on Wolves to win the league.
And do you know what the odds on that'll be?
Go on.
Probably 1,000 to 1. Do you know what? Right, there was a thing on the other day about Man United that a majority of the bets at Paddy Power are on Manchester United to win the league. Yeah,
Right.
and they said. So they said, do you know what the odds are? Do you know what the odds are on Man United to win the league? The odds are if you put £10 on Man United to win the league, the odds are you're going to lose £10.
Oh, you know what? It's funny because it's true.
Yeah, but we're back. We're back. We're back.
Oh,
That guy, Paddy Power, he's hilarious. Is that Man United fan? Yeah, we're back. We're
I'm
back.
still trying to get a Man United fan on here. I can't get one on here. I don't know what.
You want to get Cliff on the phone, mate? Get Cliff on the go,
Yeah, yeah, I
mate.
might do, but he's trying to get him to work a phone is just like it trying to get him
Hang
to
on,
like this.
hang on, hang on. What about your mate Rick?
Yeah, he's busy. He said he's busy. He's too busy.
Load of
Um,
BS, mate.
I think they're in hiding until the season kicks off, isn't it? So,
Well, surely you know loads of Man United fans. You've got to know loads of Man United fans.
I'm doing my best to try and get one in here, but they're still stuck in that cave, unfortunately.
Maybe I should get Cliff round my house and get him on the
Yeah, yeah, that
TV.
would be a good idea. We'll get him
Yeah,
to have a little chat on here. But yeah, it's so hard to get a Man United fan on here at the moment because they're all just in hiding, aren't they? No Europe. They're not really doing business. Like,
yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
they're starting. Yeah, good player.
Who's that?
Cunha.
Cunha, yeah. I mean, I don't know what attracted him to go to Man United. Is it because you don't think other teams are looking at him, or
I think it's because he's always supported Man United growing up as a kid. It was his dream to play for Manchester United.
oh, was it?
Yeah, so I think it's more that he's made his dream come true.
So basically, he wanted to be sat in the dressing room after every game crying.
Yeah, basically, yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was it's always been my dream to play and then have to sit in the dressing room, get ready to go home and cry.
I just think they'll have another bad season. I think Amarin will be gone Christmas.
Yeah, I can't see them doing much. But I do think they might get a draw against us at the start of the season because these start of the season games are always a bit iffy and
Is it
you
Old
never know
Trafford
what.
or is it at
It's at
Emirates?
Old Trafford, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
So you
I don't know.
fancy a draw then? You fancy a draw then, do you?
I said a draw. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I think they'll turn up against us at the
yeah,
start because you always see it, didn't you? At the start of the season, every team's hyped up to have to
yeah,
get
yeah,
going. You know, they've had a break, they want to get going, and yeah, I
yeah.
don't think it's going to be as easy as what everyone thinks it is for Arsenal.
So what's going to be your prediction?
For what?
Arsenal
Well, in my prediction table, I said second again.
second.
Yeah, I still don't think we're going to have enough to
That
challenge.
that flying
Uh,
pig's just gone past again, James. He's been
well, no,
he's
because
been beat.
I also think that City are going to have a bit of a rough time. I don't think everyone's saying that City are going to finish
What
second
about
or
Chelsea? Because Chelsea have made a few additions.
yeah, it's hard it's hard to tell, but they're obviously the top four anyway. Um, but no, I think I because we're going to have a lot more in the tank. Obviously, we're going to
And
have a
when
lot more.
when's it
We're going to
time?
have a lot more
When
depth.
is it going to be time for Arteta to go?
If he doesn't win anything, if he doesn't win anything this season, he's got to go. And
So how long's he been there now?
this will be his sixth season.
Trophyless.
Yeah. Well, he won the FA Cup, but it was obviously Emery's team, weren't it? It was only like half a season, weren't it? That
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So, but yeah, it's got
But
to
he's
that
like
point now.
he keeps slipping under the radar, doesn't he? Really?
You know what? It's easy to point fingers at someone, but it's like when someone starts a new job and they've never done that job before, right? How much time do you actually give them until they learn? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah. It's true. It's true. Yeah.
because we're easy to forget that he's one of the new faces to the game, and it's his first ever big managerial job. But he's had enough time now to reflect on it, and this is it
Yeah.
now. It's Judgment Day. It's
Make or break
would
for
you take
Arteta, mate.
Arteta to would you take Arteta at Wolves?
100%.
Would you?
Yeah, I think he's good with the youngsters, isn't he?
Well,
He's
this is
good.
it. You know, he likes to play. I would like. I'm gonna word that properly before I even say it. He likes to play with what? No, he likes to see the academy come up and play
Yeah.
in the
Yeah. You were
in
going to say he likes to play with youngsters.
yeah,
Oh
no,
my God.
but yeah, he always sees he always brings in like young players and he likes to like evolve them, doesn't he? He likes to,
Yeah.
this is why when he went for Nordgaard, I'm a bit still like, oh, you got rid of Jorginho and Thomas Partey in 32, and you've brought in a 31-year-old. So, but Norgard
Mm.
is a good captain. He's a good leader, isn't he? So I don't know if you'll
Yeah,
make him
he
captain
is.
or not.
Yeah, he's a good
Um,
player, mate.
yeah. So we'll see.
And
And and this other thing as well. So we've got Mikel Marino in the midfield, right? Then we've got Odegaard, and now we've got Nordegaard. What is all this about? Like,
going back
you
to
see,
Brentford, my mate's the manager there now, Keith Andrews.
is he?
Yeah, good friend. I've known Keith for 25 years. Yeah, good friend of mine. Yeah,
Oh wow.
came
You're
over.
dropping names out the hats now, like you're
No,
firing names at us
he
here.
came over from Ireland with Robbie Keane. You obviously know I know Robbie Keane well,
Oh, here we
and
go. Look,
Keith Andrews,
he's firing the
Robbie
names out.
Robbie Keane he came over with Robbie Keane, Keith Andrews. He had a stint at Wolves. Played for I think for Blackburn Rovers. I think he had a stint at Stoke, and he's been the coach, the set piece coach at Brentford for a while now. Nice bloke, nice bloke. I think it's going to be a massive job for him though. First season in management, Brentford who are kind of top half table every season.
Yeah, yeah, of
I
course.
think
Yeah, yeah,
it's going to be a man that's sending all these players under his under his nose. I mean, like he has got a
yeah,
big season ahead, and I just wish him well because he's a nice guy.
yeah, yeah, good. Well, look,
Yeah.
listen, hey, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you very much for coming on to the show.
No, he's mate.
I hope you can make it on to Match Week Madness when that start kicks off. Um, Obviously, like I told you before, we're going to be doing predictions. We're going to go head-to-head predictions on big games. So hopefully, when you can come on, you can talk to a Tottenham supporter
Well,
and
I'm
give
going to
them
say
crap.
my prediction 13th.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we're going to do
Oh,
head-to-head match predictions.
okay,
So one day
okay,
you might, if we can get a United fan on here, you can do a prediction with
yeah,
them if you're playing United or City or
yeah, yeah.
so you might get that call up and have to do your prediction against City. Well, let's get you a quick prediction now quickly against City before we leave. What's the
2-1
prediction?
City. 2-1 City.
3-1 City,
2-1.
2-1 City. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not as bad as we all thought it was going to be then.
No, I'd be happy with 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah. 2-1 City, mate.
Minus one. That's all it is.
-1. Let's just say -1. 2-1, 3-2, 1-0. Who cares? -1.
Yeah. All right, then, thank you very much for coming on, brother.
No worries, mate.
And take care, guys. Don't
Yeah.
forget to hit that like button, share the content, and subscribe. Hit the bell for more content and get notified when new content comes out. And we shall see you very, very shortly. See you later, Aid. Thank you very
Good night,
much.
mate. Bye, mate. Bye,
Peace.
mate.